Imagine living for over 1,000 years, watching the world change around you while your friends age, die, and fade into memories. That's the reality for Frieren, an extremely powerful elven mage similar to Gandalf or Dumbledore in the animated series Frieren Beyond Journey's End. But here's the twist. Rather than focusing on epic battles or mythical quests, this series is all about what happens after the adventure ends. Her original D&D party has already defeated the Demon King, so this series lets you know early that it's not a battle shonen anime. Sometimes the pacing is extremely slow, especially the beginning. But that's brilliant because it fits this anime's theme of time. Don't dismiss this though, because when there are action sequences, they go hard and fast and animation looks amazing. The juxtaposition of the slow and fast really stands out. At its core, Frieren is really about exploring relationships, the passage of time, and the meaning of life in a wholesome, reflective way. Spoiler alert up to episode 15. I haven't watched beyond this episode, so feel free to flame me in the comments if anything is off past this point. By episode 15, Frieren's new D&D group arrives at a village cursed by a strange magic that causes people to fall asleep. The newly joined priest of the group, Sign, is tasked with figuring out the curse's origins. It becomes clear that this isn't an ordinary curse. It's a dangerous and complex magical effect tied to a monster lurking nearby. This episode focuses heavily on the character and relationship development between Sign and Frieren. As they approach the source of the curse, the party members go AFK one by one. The stakes build as time is running out. When it's just the two of them left, the rules and the stage of the fight is set. Sign can temporarily lift the curse and wake her for just 5 seconds. Frieren has promised to defeat the monster in that brief window, but Sign is unsure. So Sign does what any support class would do in this situation. Goes battle priest and tries to solo the piranha plant, only to realize that it is in challenger rank and got his butt whooped. He is now in a pickle. Having just joined the party, he knows Frieren is powerful, but he doesn't believe that 5 seconds is enough time to wake Frieren, explain the monster's weakness, and warn her about its ability to reflect magic. He also worries that her powerful magic might backfire and harm innocent villagers. It's only when he recalls how Heiter, a priest from Frieren's original party, trusted her when their party defeated the Demon King. Does Sign take a leap of faith? And that trust is rewarded when Frieren one-shots the plant Wanted style, all within 5 seconds. By the way, Wanted is a pretty obscure movie now. Let me know if you have seen Wanted in the comments. Now, one thing that intrigued me while watching this episode is knowing the perception of time between the human and the elven characters. If you didn't know this, as humans, as you age, your measurement of time shrinks. Imagine when you're 50 years old. A day, week, month, or year makes up a smaller fraction of your total lived experience compared to age 17. Here's a pie chart to illustrate how much 1 year is worth to you if you're 17 years old versus if you're 50 years old. And since it's bashed into our heads over and over in the show that elves live significantly longer lives than humans, so my hypothesis is Sign's 5 seconds is much shorter in Frieren's perspective. So the question we're going to research for this video is how many seconds from a human's perspective did Frieren truly experience? Film theory time! In order to find out the answer, we first must get Frieren's age. And unfortunately, I tried to dig through all the wikis and see if the series writer Kanehito Yamada has an exact age for Frieren, but to no avail. But that's okay, we're not giving up, we can estimate. According to everything I can find about elves in the series, up to episode 15, information from her party members, people who know her, another elven monk named Kraft, and the primary source, Frieren herself, we can get a pretty good guess of her age. She said 10 human years isn't even 1/100th of an elf's lifespan. People who knows her constantly says she's well over 1,000 years old. Frieren also said something about not being alive for the time that the goddess is gone, which is about 1,500 years ago. We can estimate that her age range is around 1001 to 1499. For simplicity's sake and the word well over, let's just say she's past the halfway point and is around 1300. Sorry, that's as close as I can guess. You can plug in other numbers if you need to. And we know a human's average lifespan in the show is around 60 to 80 years. Himmel died around 70 to 80. Heiter actually lived to around 90 to 100, but I think he's just an outlier. If we use that for calculation, Frieren has probably seen between 16 to 52 generations of humans gone and passed in her lifetime. If you want to grasp how crazy that is, then let me put it in perspective. A dog on average lives around 10 to 12 years, which occupies 8 to 15% of a human's lifespan. Putting it in a pie chart, one generation of dog is around 3/20th to a human's lifespan. At maximum, a human will only see about 7 generations of dogs in our lifetime. Comparing Himmel's lifespan of 80 years to Frieren's 1300 years age, it is only roughly 6.15% of her life, which is about half of what dogs are to humans. So this means human lives to Frieren are like something we in the human world would live only around 1 to 2.5 years, equivalent to the lifespan of a fruit fly, a jumping spider, or a hamster. This topic is also kind of covered in another animated series on Amazon, Invincible. Take a look if you have not. Alright, back to topic. Let's not forget though, this is not even the full extent of an elf's lifespan. That's just Frieren's current age. Based on Frieren's outer appearance as a human 14 to 18-year-old, and Kraft calling her a young elf, and himself being called old man with the appearance of someone middle-aged, so we can estimate he is around humans 30 to 40-year-old range in appearance. Let's just say he's 38, even though I think he looks younger than that, but whatever. If we assume elf's lifespan ratio is similar to human's lifespan ratio, then we can estimate Kraft to be 2,714 to 2,533 years old. This would then also mean if we double Kraft's age to calculate the estimated lifespan of an elf, we're looking at a grand total of 5,066 to 5,428 years. For simplicity's sake again, let's say it's 5,000 years is the elf's lifespan. That means Himmel's maximum full life of 80 years only accounts to about 1.6% of Frieren's life if she lives to 5,000 years old. That is a whopping 71 generations of humans an elf gets to see if they don't perish before that. Okay, I know there are a lot of assumptions and estimated math here, but I'm dealing with lack of sleep and I'm a bit sick here too. If you find that I'm wrong or have other calculations or other infos to share, please correct me in the comments. Now let's get back to the original question that wasn't answered in this episode. How long are those 5 perceived human seconds to Frieren, who is estimated to be 1,300 years old? So Frieren's at 1,300 years old, humans' average lifespan is... We're looking at 0.31 seconds. So 5 seconds in human time would feel like only 0.31 seconds to Frieren. A little more than a blink of an eye. The human's average blink time is about 0.15 seconds. So Sign was right in thinking that and have her process and to react, which makes her promise and fulfillment of that promise even more incredulous. It really highlights how powerful she is and why trusting Frieren is the best thing Sign did during the fight. Another message this episode and the series as a whole conveys is the importance of not facing problems alone. We all have our weaknesses and strengths, and this battle is not just won because Sign trusted Frieren, but vice versa. Without Sign, Frieren wouldn't be able to defeat the Piranha Plant. This mirrors real life too. There are so many challenges and emotions that can feel overwhelming or impossible to overcome. Remember, these feelings are temporary, and even the darkest of moments pass with time. Life is full of ups and downs, but the strength to face them comes not just from within, but also from the connections we built with others. You should definitely improve and better your own abilities, but this episode shows even the most powerful mage can be CC'd to sleep. They need to learn to trust and rely on those around them. We too can find the support we need when we open ourselves up to it. So, when life feels heavy, don't hesitate to lean on those who care about you. After all, the bonds we forge can be the key to overcoming any obstacle, no matter how impossible it seems. When was the last time you trusted someone to help you through something tough? Do we ever truly appreciate time with others until you realize it's gone? If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out some other videos on my channel too. See you next time!